No.
Yo, welcome back to the greatest football analysis show. There's absolutely no rules. Shout out to Specs Gonzalez. And we're here. And you know how we said, like, we were like, yeah, if it rains, you know, we're going to have to go inside. But we found shelter with umbrellas and trees. And we're here. And the football's back.
And that's why it's raining in summer. Because life is just that mad. And think about it. The Premier League is happening. Yeah. And look what day it is.
What, July?
We're in June.
June.
I've never been alive when the Premier League has happened in June. Now, if playing Premier League football in June doesn't make you realise that Specs was right all along, there's no rules.
Yeah, look at us. We're still having a good time and having a nice. It's crazy. But here's some pre-comments to, you know, oil you up a little bit with some lube before we go into the football. The little cheeky shout out to Infinite Waters, baby. Happy Vuj is never not having a nice. Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. If you know, you know. How is the water coming through the umbrella? I don't know. I would love to see all the OG Poet and Wanderers meet up. That would be sick, you know.
Amazing.
A meet up, we'll do it one day, 2023 June.
When it's raining.
These guys could change the whole dynamic of my day in minutes. I mean, the amount of positive vibes and energy that's coming out of these videos is unreal. And Avanise is the mentality that everybody should share and acknowledge. Best community on the internet, hands down. I love you lot, have a nice. This one you thought, man like dogs, days are over. He makes an appearance. What a legend. This show is a spiritual experience. Go where you can grow. Poet and Vuj Wanderers. With no fans, you hear it clap when Troy runs. And that day is coming very soon. I'm not sure if Poet actually supports Arsenal anymore. But Poet, we got to check out football.
Of course.
3-0 to Man City. Got some comments, tire list. Man City to Arsenal. No commenting after Luiz is sent off. What a clown. Man City have won, the TV is off. Might as well just go to bed now. Michael James Carpenter, the Poet and Vuj Wanderers General. Cheers. Arsenal had Wenger out. Now they have Luiz out. Talk to me, David Luiz.
Everyone. You have to understand.
Nightmare.
I'm reconditioning the way in which I live my life.
I love him. Nightmare.
And I have no problems with David Luiz. For the simple fact that David Luiz has always done this since the dawn of time. Yeah. So if he's always done this, I can't be in love with the times that he didn't do it. I have to be in love with what I see. And this is David Luiz. So I was disappointed, but then I found it kind of funny. He looked like me the time I found out I was cheating. Like, when my girl said to me, are you cheating? I was like, yeah. That's the same face as David Luiz when he's like, what do you mean I'm getting sent off? It's like incredible, you know? And if Raheem Sterling is going to score and it has Black Lives Matter on the back of his top, and essentially he was a really pinnacle individual at the start of all of this, there's no better person to score the first Premier League goal.
It felt right for Sterling to score.
So I can't really be angry. It was all like...
There's all the papers chatting shit about Sterling buying his mum a house, just being a normal human being. And, you know, as they do in the mainstream media, they try to put in little things here and there. But David Luiz, man, horrendous, bruv. He's that guy in school that buys like shiny boots, comes in and you're like, yeah, he should be sick, and then he's just a calamity.
What's funny is everything that happens after the game. Arteta insinuates this is the reasons why he didn't want to start him, because he knew he would do that. David Luiz comes out, you see his interview. He comes out talking about he should have made the decision a couple of months ago, but now he's making... I just think, if I'm totally honest with you, for me to expect normality from these players when the Premier League's happening in June, the question is, who is the real mug?
Your record against the Big Six, 25 games since 2015, away record, wins 0, draws 10, defeats 15, clean sheets 1.
It's beautiful,
You've got a poor record, man.
We have, but we've gone through some really tragic times, you know? And as much as we can talk about that poor record, within that time, good things have happened, people. We've won trophies. It's not been all doom and gloom. Okay, we won trophy. But
did you see Xhaka getting injured by a pass?
Oh,
bless you.
Did you see Pablo Mari get injured from having a jog? He went for a morning jog and pulled up. Klopp has gone jogging every day and never pulled up. And Pablo Mari pulls up.
Lockdown has definitely... I don't think they've been training in lockdown. They've been doing the Balkan thing, just coffee and cigarettes. That's definitely what Xhaka's been on. Because I know some of my Albanian brothers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Coffee, cigarettes, just a bit too much chilling at home. And then...
Do you know what's sad though is, do you know how much mistake... Honestly, I advise everyone, do what Tigo said to me doing Filthy Fellas. Literally, go watch that game on silent. As good as Man City were, I tell you what, I remember Kevin De Bruyne giving away the ball on the D.
Yeah, on the
on
D.
His own day. Like, on the D. Giving away the ball on the D. So I'm just saying, cause everyone was making mistakes yesterday.
So everybody was making... It was like a calamitous game.
Like Man City got more class.
Man City do have more class. Yeah,
were they going to win before the game? They were always going to win before the game. Were they going to win during the game? Well, they're going to win after the game.
They're always going to win.
So who cares if David Luiz helped them?
I like
They're
that, you're
always
staying
gonna
positive,
win.
you're having it nice.
If it was like, I don't know, a Sunderland after their DVD, I'm fuming that we lost 3-0 at the Stadium of Light. But Man City, with their fake fans, whoa, all the ghost fans.
Hey, fam.
The ghosts of the Etihad.
Alright, so let us know what you think about David Luiz. Should he leave Arsenal? How bad is he? I like him, he's entertaining. I like entertainment these days. Basically, my friend, he found the stream, and first one had the FIFA noises, and they were reactive, and I was like, and then we found the stream with no noise. Loved it. I prefer the stream with no noise.
So do I.
Did you have the no noise one or the noise one?
No, I just put it on silent.
You can. Oh, you put it on silent.
I put television on silent and watch the game.
I honestly prefer. I know people were like in the comments before on our show were like, "Nah, man, it's good at the noise, keeps entertaining." I'm like, bro, I'd rather just have the truth. Like, and the truth of the matter is, there's Zoom fans, people on Zoom.
So you know what this looks like? If Black Mirror done an episode of football on them, that was football in Black Mirror. 100%. Jamie Carragher wasn't even in the studio; he was outside in the rain. Jamie Carragher
on
was
the
me.
sideline, and he was in the benches with the people.
But you understand? You lot can't say nothing about me and Vuj. We're doing exactly what Jamie Carragher was doing yesterday, geezer.
It makes no sense.
And Maitland-Niles.
Bruv.
How can the footballers be so far apart off the field, but in a wall on the pitch? Like, this doesn't make any sense, bro.
I didn't get. So there's a social distancing for the substitutes, but when you got a corner. There's bare people together.
Sweating. You can cut yourself.
They were hugging. Like, I don't get. None of this shit makes sense to me, bro.
So then, if you're going to be confusing on television, how do you like? If that's what's happening in football, you can't be upset about riots. You can't be upset about people ransacking Nighttown and all of that. Like, lads.
Life is. I've just accepted it. Life is confusing. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing.
And then that's what I've just accepted it. I've literally accepted it, fam.
But you know what?
I've said nothing makes sense. Look at this show, fam, under a tree.
This time ago.
Nothing makes sense. Go on,
go.
And maybe with a Stone Island on, my guy.
Spuds.
Yeah, Spuds is a really funny comedian, Mikey.
She wants to go in, but she was going to make an appearance because people expect it. Man Like Dog is expected to make an appearance. I love the hoodie. Thank you, big shout out to Vuj for sending me the hoodie.
How can I forget to send Poet one? There's no rules.
Fam, that makes it more gangster to me.
Man City wanted it more, and you saw it by Sterling's tackle after 2-0, playing against 10 men. He went and just took him down.
He wanted it.
Yeah, but I can't really say like, they wanted it more, and that's the reason why they want it. Like, Klopp.
They're better.
Imagine like they're better than us, and then your centre back your centre back pulls up. David Luiz comes on. The gaffer's already told you he's got no confidence in David Luiz. He gives away a.
Look at the guy on Zoom celebrating, please, in the background. What the hell? He was like, yes, I'm on TV. Look, bruv, he's lying on the floor and look in the background. The guy on Zoom.
So Eric Garcia got knocked out, just to give it some context,
this guy wanted to go viral.
By the Man City. And this is going to make sense to everyone.
Bro, makes no sense. But all right, back on the sound thing, I definitely prefer it with no sound. I feel like it's authentic, and it's like, bro, let me hear the players grunt. Let me hear the cheeks clap. Let me watch this game.
And let me hear the commentators. It's like they hadn't even mixed it, right? It was way too loud.
Bro, come on, we're not kids, fam. Treat me like a man, like a human being, bro. I don't like it. But anyway, let us know what you think about the noise.
Talking about sound, I heard you guys, so I got a mic on today. There's been lots of comments saying Klopp needs his own mic.
Oh, yeah.
So I got my own mic now.
Stay here for this next one. Stay here for the next one.
I'm going to take Man Like Dog in because she's moaning. She doesn't like the rain at all.
See you in a bit.
In a bit. But bruv.
Bye, doggy.
Bye.
He was talking to Klopp and then Klopp understood and took him in. That is lit. Sorry.
Sheffield United.
The Miners!
Against Aston Villa. Talk to him. This glitch. The Matrix is falling apart, fam. The Matrix is falling apart. The goalkeeper carries the ball into the net. He's hugging it behind the post. He's spooning the ball against the post. And the goal is not given for Sheffield United, my favourite team.
Do you know why?
Why?
God got involved. He said Raheem Sterling's going to be the first man to score in Black Lives Matter. God got involved.
Brothers to win.
They got a narrative, man.
They said, you man kneeled. So some
look at
own goal.
Wait, pause this.
No, Raheem's do. Nah, it's a glitch.
Pause, it's a glitch. It's a glitch.
glitch.
I'm not saying this on purpose, but how can a very obvious goal go in? and it's not given. Then Pablo Mari, who started, gets injured, and David Luiz comes on to replace him, who concedes a goal just before half-time from kneeing it up in the air, and it falls to Raheem Sterling out of everyone.
With a Black Lives Matter shirt.
This is too... Oh, I'm out. This is too weird. What is going on? This doesn't
After all the injustice in the media, Raheem's face.
God got involved. I'm telling you. I now believe in God, bruv. I believe in the higher power. There's no one can make sense of this to me. Raheem Sterling, 4 years ago, me and you were defending him getting called racist on Coppa Italia. Like, this doesn't make sense. 4 years later, he's the first person to score post-pandemic with a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on.
That's mad. Bruv, I just clocked it. That's actually crazy.
When
you've actually lined up all the glitches there, that's mad.
And John Barnes is still watching porn. I'm sorry.
John Barnes is sharing porn. But Sheffield, I feel sorry for them, because if this means they miss out on Europe, imagine they miss out on Europe by 2 points, and it's because of that goal. It's unfair. But Raheem scoring that goal in the climate we're in, you know what? It was worth it. Do
you know what I've learned? You know what that lets me know? You kind of need to live through the circumstances of a situation to figure out how you feel about it. Not how everyone else, but at the time, I can't lie, I was so upset. Obviously, I love Sheffield United. But I won't lie to you, Sheffield United fans, as much as I love you, when I saw Raheem Sterling score, I celebrated. I know it sounds stupid, you're right, and maybe I'm not an Arsenal fan, I don't know.
I'm a football fan now. I support everyone, I've realised. I'm just going to support everyone. I'm going to support a story. I just support stories. I don't even support apart from Serbia play, Red Star, Partizan and all that.
But look at this though.
Stories, bro.
This is what I begin to wonder.
I support Raheem.
Do you ever really support your team, or do you support the best memories you had? Because I only support Arsenal because of Ian Wright and the early memories, but I'm no longer invested like I used to be, because as I get older, I've got people like David Luiz. I'm not angry that he made a mistake. I expect him to make the mistake, and I find it funny. Does that make him still a fan?
I don't know, because football can be very tribal, isn't it? It's like nations, like why you support a nation when you're born in a nation. We're attached to the ideas. Because in reality, in physical reality, it doesn't really mean anything.
No,
it's the emotions and the feelings and the memory. Yeah, it's about a bit of everything.
So
it's what you identify with.
But
if for me, I identify with cool stories.
But if Arsenal, I love them. If I love Arsenal because they won the league, that's why I love them. And they haven't won the league for how long? Why do I love them now?
It's like me, I love Liverpool because of Michael Owen, but then he went United and he's a bad commentator now. So why do I love
Liverpool?
I hear you still.
It doesn't, for
it's
example,
a mad thing,
if I relate it to life, if I was my girl and I think she's an honest person, then I find that she's cheated for 5 years.
You still love her.
Do you reckon Ryan Giggs' brother still loves Ryan Giggs?
That's why I love the whole world. That's why I love trees, and I love playing football, my bros. I love playing basketball. I like the simple things, because those things, it's I love them.
Because in 10 years' time,
I actually love them.
In 10 years' time, they're still the same.
They're still the same. Football's still the same when you play it. Basketball's, you can still hug trees. Teams change, circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You're
so then, what are you in love with in actual reality? The badge.
The universe.
Why do you love the?
I hear you. The badge.
What are you actually? I don't think
it's
I
mad,
support.
you know.
When I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I support.
It's a question.
You know what? I'm just trying to figure it out. Sorry, everyone.
I think it's belonging, because people want to belong. We as human beings want to belong. To things, to groups, to feel like we're included in this world. And I think we seek it, and football's a great place where you can find belonging, you know? It's same as nations.
Wait a minute.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a big... actually, no, I'm going to keep it to myself, because we're doing a football show.
Yep,
sorry. Everyone, I love you all.
Philosophically looking at it, I think that's what it is.
No, we enjoy it.
We're seeking belonging. Do you know what I mean? But when you deep it, what do we belong to? The universe. Because the universe comes from what? I don't know. Someone would say God. Someone would say stardust. Someone would say we come from atoms. So really and truly, we are the universe, because we're built from atoms. And you're saying, how did the universe start? So what should you see? I'm saying. So when you divide it into clubs, it's nice, but there's a bigger universe we belong to.
This is lit.
So man's basically universe.
Since the Premier League is back, does this not mean that Eurotrash must be back?
Oh no!
Because we've been talking
about trash. Yes.
Oh no!
That segment that we made, but never.
You made.
I made, but then we did. Yeah, someone just forget things. Eurotrash.
Eurotrash.
Back to European stuff, and Eurotrash was one of the greatest shows in the UK ever.
Maybe we can make a big version for the channel now.
Yeah, maybe a big version for the channel too. But Napoli, Juventus 0-0. The fake fans there were insane. If you zoom into that photo I've just put up, bro, they're they've got those cards and they're waving them around the whole game. It's really weird.
Who's doing it?
But then when they go to a replay, the fans are not there. They just put it on the TV, edited it. Bruv, it's so weird, man. It's so weird. It's so weird. But Napoli won. Obviously, no fans. But on the streets, it was mad. Big celebrations, thousands of people on the streets, no social distancing. Nothing makes sense anymore. But, you know, it's the Matrix, so what's meant to make sense?
Everybody that works in television, can you just make the players play? And just let... People are getting paid for no reason. Can we just not do just let them play in an empty stadium? We know it's empty, we appreciate it's empty, and we will accept it's empty.
Yeah, just accept, no noise. I don't like the noise. But anyway, look, shout out to Napoli winning their first trophy in like 370
They won
years.
it!
They won, Napoli won it on penalties. But I think like the last time they won it was like when Vesuvius erupted like in Pompeii and all that. So it's good for them. Good
so
for
maybe
them.
this is
Forza
the reason.
Napoli.
So that means they probably wouldn't have won it if like
there was fans. Yeah.
Maybe they might not have won
Napoli
it.
have won their first trophy. Raheem scores the first goal. Bruv, the Sheffield United with the keeper, the glitch. Do you
know what
What else is this? I'm telling you, aliens, December. Marcus Rashford, we spoke about him earlier.
Amazing.
His pressure has led to the overturning of the government decision, and the free school meals will carry on during the summer, which means underprivileged kids that maybe their parents don't have that much money will be getting help with their meals and their food during summer while school is out. And that's all £120 million scheme, and it was, I'd say, mainly due to the pressure of Marcus Rashford and his eloquence and his activism, but also just coming from the heart. I think he came from the heart. He portrayed it from the heart, and he managed to get this done, bruv. It's beautiful, man. I think there's so much bad things happening, but sometimes good things come from that. You know, there's always the duality when things go down. Because at the end of the day, like, all these things have been happening in our societies for all these years. So maybe this is what society's meant to be about. And make things like this happen, bruv. And kids are now getting the meals during summer, which is going to help so many parents out.
And Marcus Rashford's not even aware of
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Important what he... Like, Vuj, when I see, like, Have a Nice and the impact it has on somebody, just a jumper. The way people feel so, obligated to say thank you to you. Imagine, like, a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old that's able to eat because of Marcus Rashford. Imagine that 10-year-old lives in Manchester, idolises Marcus Rashford, can eat because of Marcus Rashford, and one day plays for Manchester United. Imagine in 8 years he starts for Manchester United. Rashford would be like, 29? And then he can tell the story of the time. Like, things like that is why I love football when I think about it. Like, if the player comes out of that situation, that is lit. And Alhan called him a dinner lady, which I found funny.
But we got some great comments. Look, sorry, Clark.
Can I add a little bit to that? So there's two funny stories. Very nice one. Liverpool FC putting out tweets and Instagram stories thanking Marcus Rashford.
No way!
Love for Rashford is big, man. Rashford should be knighted. Rashford has to win Sports Personality
of
the Year. Oh, no, get knighted because you're playing into the Matrix.
Listen, whoever got knighted, don't you understand? A member of the British Embassy. I don't even like this energy on the channel, but I'm telling you, I will never accept anything like that. My dad told me when I was 10, I will never accept an MBE. Skep to turn it down. I will never get an MBE. A member of the British Empire, the same people that enslaved black people. Now I'm going to join them like, hey!
Give me an elbow me.
That's crazy, right? Bow to the Queen, get a sword on your shoulders.
Say, yo, Queen, let me knight you, cuz.
But Vuj, when I used to say this 5 years ago, I was crazy. And I used to say, I can't be crazy. I can't have an MBE.
You've got to be aware.
No.
I wouldn't take one either.
So right.
Yeah.
Do you know what you should do? Every time, take one of the jewels from the
I think
the museums or one of the jewels from Africa for the Queen and send it back to Africa.
She shouldn't knight people.
Send the jewels back.
She should twerk for people. So
that would be lit.
When you come, she has to twerk on you, and then that's it. And then we do the movie.
In the Range Rover as well.
And then
on top of the Range Rover.
I love the posters to the protests. Like, if you don't like looting, you should go to the British Museum.
Oh, you should go to Luton. So that Rashford's
you should not go to Luton, right?
Judge a competition at school where most kids are deaf. He's a great person. Marcus Rashford, when you score against any team, even Sheffield United or Liverpool, I'm going to celebrate.
I can't lie, so am I. There's a certain man that I just love.
Come on the show!
You saw Jamie Carragher giving him love. He's united the nation. Jamie Carragher giving him love. The Arsenal back for the Tory government, failing to handle Marcus Rashford on his debut. Marcus Rashford currently the most talked about person in the country. Matt Hancock just referred to him as Daniel Rashford. And yes, still getting his name wrong. But you know what? Let's not get angry at that though, because there's positive things happening.
Also, me and Vuj, we can definitely validate Gary Lineker, mate. I've met him on 2 occasions with Vuj.
Gary Lineker, I had a couple of drinks with him a couple of times. Shout out to Gary, man. Gary Lineker's a legend.
Legend.
Legend. And Hector Bellerin, unfortunately, no trees planted yet because they lost. But it's nice that, you know, but I'm telling you, the trees are the next flex. Give it 5-10 years, everybody's going to be
What did Hector Bellerin say?
He said for every Arsenal win, they're going to plant 3,000 trees.
He doesn't care about trees then.
He doesn't care about trees, innit? Hi Hector, we love you. You got that new trim. You always, obviously a Penguins guy probably.
Come on, fam. I saw you talk with Timsy. Shout out Hector and Timsy, but I'll be honest with you. You should have said every time we concede a goal, we would have plenty of trees.
For every game this season, I'm going to plant 3,000 trees. Because now if it's like win, imagine you only win like imagine you win no games. No trees get planted. What do you do then? Then you got to be like,
You gave yourself unrealistic circumstances.
Unrealistic, innit? Yeah, bruv.
But it looked good though.
But it's great that the Prem's back, man. The football's back. You lot, man, keep liking, keep commenting. We love you. We're glad this shit is back. What's going on?
Yeah, I got a pineapple for you and some ginger.
Bro. Wow.
Oh, you get me a jumper. I can't give you money for it because, you know, gifts.
Pineapple and ginger wants to give me together.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Like it's good for like medicine.
And this is almost like a tree, right?
Yeah, it's good, man. And obviously pineapple makes your sperm taste nice. That's what I heard, innit? Like, have you ever tried?
Listen, there's the ice. It's thin. Tread carefully.
Shout out everyone. Have a nice. Keep liking, keep commenting. We're possibly back on Saturday, possibly back on Monday. But normal service resumes. The glitches in the matrix continue. Bro!